Next level, Eggman's level, Sand Ocean.
Those idiots will never find my hidden base inside this pyramid. Let's take a look at these materials first, then get inside.
Alright, so here's where I'm like talking about Eggman's soundtrack and how excellent his music is for just his character. It sounds like it's always scheming and plotting every step methodically as he goes through the level. It's great. And this is are those hedgehog Egyptian people? That's odd. Are they echidnas? The statues look like they're echidnas. Okay, what going on? This is probably what could be considered Eggman's worst level, simply because it's very slow in the sense of, you saw those moving platforms that we were on with the little Sonic Anubises? There's a lot more of those. And Eggman doesn't get the hover jump for a while, so you gotta slowly platform across all of them. And it's just kind of slow and tedious until you get the hover jump. And there are a lot of areas that you want to go to, but you can't because you don't have the hover jump. So here I'll demonstrate, right? So now we have to wait for this thing to spin because Eggman isn't fast enough to get to the other side. And then we can try jumping there, but there's a good chance that the mechs in this game weigh a lot, so they fall pretty freaking fast. And they do have this shoddy collision detection where they kind of like, if they clip the edge of something, they'll slide straight off of it incredibly quickly. And that's a golden robot. There's only one per level, and they give you 2,000 points, I believe. And I don't know how I didn't kill that one, but I didn't. I think those robots, the golden ones and the silver ones that float around, are called beetle droids. But getting back to the whole Eggman thing, yeah. So you see how slow that is. If you do something ballsy like that, you die. Well, time to repeat the level. But Eggman does get a hover ability, so does Tails later on. It's incredibly useful, and they're pretty much unplayable without it. Well, I wouldn't say unplayable, but you know, it makes them more fun to play because it's more forgiving to play as them. Eggman has a lot of really weird untranslated lines in this game. I think his jump line is one of them. That and Yosh when he pets Chao in Chao Garden. Oh, I can't believe I skimmed over this. So, in your traditional Sonic game, you got your rings, and you collect your rings, and that's just your source of life. You get hit. Okay, hey, that's what I meant by shoddy collision detection there. Oh boy, I'll just skip. Okay, that's a good example. I got hit, and I'll actually take another hit so I can demonstrate. If Eggman or okay, no, I got another ring. If Eggman or Tails get hit, and I'll have to wait for the rings to despawn here, they don't die when they have 0 ring. Okay, this game just wants to make fun of me, and it wants to hate me. Okay, so can I hurt myself on these? Yeah. Okay, so when he's got 0 rings, he can take a hit, but he won't die. That's why he has a health bar at the bottom of the screen. The health bar is replenished by grabbing rings. So like each of those little colored in rectangles, they're black now, but you color them in as you gather rings, will fill your health bar. 10 rings, I believe, if I'm counting that correctly. 10 rings will restore 1 bit of health. And I think that's kind of clever for this kind of gameplay, because you can screw up and get hit multiple times sometimes. That and Eggman and Tails have more platform heavy of any of the characters, platform heavy gameplay, so it kind of makes sense since everything's so slow. They can't put as many rings everywhere for you to grab, and you can't get to them as fast. Almost got crushed by that thing. But yeah, it's a clever addition to the gamma, we'll call it that, play style. I like it. Yeah, see, every ring replenished a bit. Okay, so I was wrong about that. And there's a Gengar there. It's not a Gengar, it's a bat, but we'll call it Gengar for now. It's just waiting. That's the problem with this level until you get the jet boosters, which is later on in the game. Oh, and here's something really clever, right? You see that horrible JPEG of the pyramid in the back? Something I really like about this level is it'll take you to a section where you can't see the pyramid anymore, and then at the very end of the level, which I believe I'm approaching soon, just gotta destroy some more bridges, at the very end of the level it unloads that picture and loads in an actual pyramid model, and it gives you a good amount of how far Eggman has traveled. Now, who built these ruins? Why are these ruins here? Yes, here we go. Why are these ruins here? Why did Eggman build statues with his face over them? And what is Gun doing invading this place? Alright, let's see my horrible score. Yeah, no. Worst possible rank.
With the Chaos Emerald in the Space Colony Ark. I've got to find out just what's going on up there.
We interrupt this broadcast for an important news flash. There has been a break-in at the Federal Reserve Bank today. Mysteriously, the only thing that was stolen was the Chaos Emerald. According to eyewitnesses at the scene, the suspect was identified as the world-renowned hero, Sonic the Hedgehog. The suspect was seen fleeing the scene, destroying the reserve's guard robots in his path. Stay tuned for more details.
Sounds more like the work of Shadow.
How pathetic. Find them before they escape! Maria!
What?
Shadow, I beg of you, please do
Maria!
it for me. For all the people on that planet. Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
I still remember what I promised you. For the people of this planet, I promise you. Revenge!
Radical Highway. Shadow's first level and rail grinding right off the bat. So here's into the musical thing that I was talking about earlier. Shadow has a kind of more edgy kind of metal. The song's called Vengeance Is Mine. It's a nice song, yo. And also, notice in the background and stuff, there's tons and tons like little kind of references and jokes. There's these got ring blimps, and then there's Chao in Space 2 posters, which is a reference to Sonic Adventure 1, where there are Chao in Space 1 posters, and I just took a hit when I didn't need to. Alright, so in this game they added an extension to the spin dash, which is called the somersault, which is incredibly stupid, and I'll tell you why. So, right, I can spin dash by holding down B, and I could use that to go down a slope really easily, just like any other Sonic game. However, I'll show you in a second after I'm done with this automated part. If I'm running and I press B to go into a spin dash, I will get hit by missiles. If I press B into spin dash, I will somersault, because it's... This game is very old. uh, I've never had this game. Okay, that happens a lot, and it's just a little freaking... just so annoying. It's because the robot is slightly too far, so if you tap A very quickly, you'll uncurl. But anyway, yeah, here, look. If I tap B, I'll somersault, so I have to hold B to spin dash, and the spin dash isn't nearly as good as it was in Sonic Adventure 1, so it's really pointless. It kills your momentum instead. And there's no point to rolling to killing enemies, because again, rolling kills your momentum. That's a hand. Big the Cat, hello. That's a real problem with this game, because, you know, it's Sonic's a momentum game, so when you want to flow things together, you'll probably screw it up because, spoiler alert, 3 things are bound to the B button. You've got the spin dash, the somersault, and the, what I haven't gotten yet, the light speed dash. They're all bound to the B button, and they all get in the way of each other. Which is quite dumb, because this was developed for the Dreamcast and the GameCube, which both have enough buttons to deal with this issue. That, again, the somersault, while it sure could be implemented better, incorporated with the spin dash, it could just be the spin dash instead. There's no reason to have the somersault, in my opinion. Still love this game to bits though, but I just skipped the checkpoint. But I will admit its issues, and I want to kind of do like a more, you know, reviewy type let's play. Just talking about why I like this game, the issues I find with it, and all that. For your edification. And there's Knights. Suck it, Knights. You won't be getting games for years. Your franchise is dead. You were a flagman in All-Stars Racing. You didn't even get to be a driver. Oh, there's a building with Sonic Team on it. That's awesome. And also, this is a highway. Who's driving on this? Douchebag enemy placement. And that's Radical Highway.
Here we go. That wasn't so hard. What? It all starts with this. A jewel containing the ultimate power. That's the Chaos Emerald! Now I know what's going on. The military has mistaken me for the likes of you. So, where do you think you're going with that emerald? Say something, you fake hedgehog!
Chaos control!
Wow, he's fast! Hey, it's not his speed. He must be using the Chaos Emerald to warp.
Shadow. I'm the world's ultimate life form. There, games. Farewell.
Shadow, what is that?
This is Rouge. I've located Eggman's base and will proceed to enter it now. I hate to say it. I guess I'm going to have to find that key first.
This is a ghosty goo. Spooky. This is Rouge's second level. Egg quarters, and this is where the maps kind of start getting big. There's multiple rooms and chambers and stuff. They're all color-coded so you can understand what they are, but this is the inside of Eggman's base. And the screen's flashing green, which means that that thing is nearby. That's the egg beetle. Oh, hi, Gamma.
It's
and it can see you unless you're in shadows, which means you gotta hide in shadows while the room is flashing green, or else it'll be shot by its laser beams, and it'll just bust open Gamma. I don't know why Eggman made more E10, E-Series robots after he scrapped all of them and Gamma betrayed him and killed the rest. But he did. Yeah, so this is the blue chamber. There's multiple chambers, and I think Rouge has a power up in there, so let's go do that. Yeah, this game has power-ups, as you may or may not have noticed me talking about the light speed dash and stuff like that. So this is the pick nails, where she digs into the ground, and you could find all sorts of goodies and stuff in the ground, and occasionally emeralds will be hidden in the ground. And we can't break those gray containers just yet. Well, that's just another move that's pretty much necessary to play Rouge or Knuckles. And an improvement from Sonic Adventure 1 is that in Sonic Adventure 1 you had to press A and B at nearly the same time to use the shovel claw, and it wasn't very fast or anything. It was kind of a hassle to use. In this game, it's just the B button. It's one of the good times when they map everything to the B button and it's working. So the egg beetle's almost here, so let us find this key very quickly before the thing shoots us. It's gonna shoot us. Oh god. Yeah, the camera's not very good in this game. It's constantly moving and fighting you and going in directions you don't want it. Where is this thing? Oh, okay. It's buried in the wall, see? Oh, why Eggman buried his keys in the wall? I don't know. Maybe those rebellious E-Series robots did it. There's also these hit monitors you can use, but I'm an MLG Pro at this game, so I don't need them. Ow! So, MLG Pro, yeah. So I don't need those. And they deduct from your score. So, if you want an A rank, you can't use a single one. And if you completely A ranked the game, you unlock Green Hill Zone. In 3D, I've never done it because A ranking this entire game is difficult. Very, very difficult. I've only A ranked quite a few levels, but not nearly enough. And I'm never going to, so the only way I'm getting that is by cheating. Hang on, it's down here. I know where it is, okay. You. No. Oh, it's in the ground. I don't think I've ever seen the emerald spawn here. Or key, rather. Alright. Well, that job's done. Hey.
Like me? It's a space transporter. The destination has been set to Ark. Wasn't that space colony shut down over 50 years ago? What's he doing up there anyway? Doesn't matter. It's my mission to find out what he's up to.
Lost Colony. This level's got a gimmick. A kind of annoying gimmick, but it kind of makes sense and I kind of like it. So, gimmick time. Level's freaking dark. The only way you can see is by blowing things up. killer song though. Oh god. Oh, thank god. So yeah, you have to traverse the dark level because I believe this is the first time Shadow's already on Space Colony Arc, and I think it's never really explained why there are gun robots here aside from Eggman and, you know, Eggman and Co need things to fight. But I think it's safe to assume that Gerald Robotnik may have made these, or another good explanation is that Gunn left these robots after they sieged Space Colony Arc to defend the thing. So Shadow's already here somehow, and Eggman is here, I believe, for the first time, and it's a really good kind of like ambionic, was that a word? Ambiance set, because the whole station's waking up. So it's really nice to see, like, if you play the levels chronologically, you can see as the station gets powering up and it gets brighter and everything starts going on until the climax. And upgrade, we just got the hover boot things. That's what makes Eggman really fun to play, and I'm gonna grab this Chao key so I can just show you something later. Yeah, this is what makes Eggman really enjoyable in this game, because platforming is no longer so strict. It's very lenient and floaty, and you can focus more on shooting the bad guys. And then, you know, some rooms will have locked doors that you unlock with a key. It's no problem. Simple puzzle solving. It doesn't need to be too much. Ow. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to see those badniks. I'm sorry, they're gun robots, not badniks. It's kind of difficult to see them in the dark, but yeah, I like it. I like the image it creates in your mind of the dark space station. Now, how Eggman is breathing in what's assumed to be space. Oh god. I think that leads off into space. How Eggman can breathe in these non-sealed rooms is never explained. Everyone just can do it. Apparently space is full of air in the Sonic universe, or no one needs to breathe. Well, this is boring, isn't it? Now, for oh, hi, Big. Hello, your eyes. So for Eggman's voice actor, this isn't Mike Pollock, the guy that you think when you think of Eggman, the guy that's been voice acting Eggman for about 15 years now. This is another guy, I can't remember his name, but this is his last performance as Eggman, and because he died. But I really do think this is one of the best Eggman, jobs anyone's done voicing Eggman. He has such a menace in this kind of game, in his voice. He sounds like he's just sick of Sonic's crap and is really getting serious. I like Mike Pollock to death, but Eggman in this game, 10 out of 10 for that voice acting.
That wasn't so difficult.
Okay, so this is what I got the Chao key for. Let me just continue. So it chooses my hard drive. You can visit the Chao Garden in this game, just like you could in Sonic Adventure 1, but it's much... Oh god, dude. Eggman, you jiggle so it's much better than it was before, and we'll just show you the normal garden. This is the first garden you unlock by default, and you get just a break. You get to relax and pet your Chao and raise them. You get 2 Chao per garden, and they're both the same kind of Chao. And that's where these things come in. These are Chaos Drives that drop off of the gun robots. there's no point to actually, like, you don't know, they don't ruin gameplay or anything if you don't want to play the Chao Garden. They just kind of exist. So the Chao drives, you give them the Chao to increase their stats and stuff like that, and you can use them for racing and karate, I think it was. So here we have a Shadow, and they evolve in different ways depending on, say, who you care for them as. This is a Dark Chao. They start off neutral, like that guy over there. And I did not trip him. That wasn't me. But they start off neutral, and depending on whether or not you like them or attack them with certain characters, they will like that character and change that affinity. So if I pet, say, a neutral Chao 1,000,000 times, and it counts, it's by counted pets. With a villain, they'll start turning darker and become Dark Chao. And then they'll evolve into a Dark Chao. And then depending after that, depending on what kind of, they could also evolve into neutral Chao and hero Chao. But depending on what you give them, they'll start changing in appearance and evolving gradually instead of with a full-on evolution like in, say, Pokemon. So here you see me giving him Chaos Drives and stuff like that, and that's how you raise his stats for competing. And he has 69 run levels, which means he's very, very fast. And that's useful in its own right. So are all these other stats, which are, like, you know, fly, run, swim, power, and stamina. You get stamina by feeding them. You could also give them bits of animals. And looking for a Chao I could ruin. Oh, that abomination. God, look at its head. Yeah, you can give your Chao different things, and they'll start changing in appearance. If you get a Dark Chao and just give them speed, they'll start looking like Shadow. This is only a stage 1 kind of Shadow Chao. They'll eventually become, the quills will go red and stuff like that. It's very cool. And if you do a neutral Chao and do the same thing, it turns into what looks like Sonic. You can give them animals, and they assimilate the animals into their very being and get little animal parts. They could look good or bad depending on what you give them, and they also get traits. Each animal has a different trait. If they get a skunk, they have the ability to fart. If they get an otter, they can do backstrokes like Shadow's doing right now. Oh, I'm sorry, his name is Sado. They do different things. You can give them dragons, and they start breathing fire. And the animals raise stats and lower stats, so I think they raise stats, and they can raise multiple stats, and they raise stats more than Chaos Drives, but they do have the disadvantage of changing your Chao's appearance, which can be difficult to reset, and also lowering certain stats. See, here we have a Chao that's becoming part of the dark side. The more I pet it, the darker it goes, and I think this is a special colorization of Chao, so it doesn't actually visibly change. See, the little thing above its head gets darker. And then I can swipe it, and it'll stop liking Eggman as much, and it'll start gaining some points towards the heroes. And then I think Shadow, if I whistle, yeah, if a character likes your character enough, they'll run towards you when you whistle, and it's just the cutest, isn't it? And they'll trip while chasing you. Very simple system. In the GameCube version, you were able to use this to put your Chao in a Game Boy Advanced. And you can do that to pass Chao over from Sonic Adventure 1 to Sonic Adventure 2, and that's how you get certain Chao and stuff like that, because Chao breeding is a thing, and you can get different colors of Chao by doing it, and different patterns and all that. And in the PC and Xbox and PS3 ports, it's only to get rid of your Chao. And then you can feed them to give them stamina, but I've overstayed my welcome, so I'm just going to run out.